Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Asad Abbas. This lecture comprises of three parts. In part 1, we will discuss the introductory concepts related to software configuration management, whereas in part 2, we will discuss software change control and related quality assurance activities, whereas in part 3, we will discuss software deployment and related quality assurance activities. So in this video of this lecture, we will discuss introductory concepts related to software configuration management. So we start our discussion with software configuration management. The purpose of software configuration management is to establish and maintain the integrity of work products and to deal with all the issues related to control of software changes, proper documentation of these changes, registering and storing the approved software versions, and provision of the relevant information throughout the software system's lifecycle. So, organizations that do not practice configuration management increase their risk of schedule delays and budget overruns. In fact, an active software system undergoes changes constantly. Even a medium-sized software system serving only one organization typically may undergo lots of changes in a year. Therefore, this gives rise to several questions such as what is the correct version of the software module that I have to work on, or who can provide me with an accurate copy of the last year's version, for example, 4.1 of the specific software system. There can be, in fact, several similar questions related to the state or status of a particular work product. So, quality assurance steps must be planned to provide accurate responses to a variety of similar questions. Well, here we discuss a fundamental concept related to configuration management, which is called as software configuration item. A software configuration item, or simply configuration item, is an approved unit of software code, a document, or a piece of hardware that is designed for configuration management and treated as a distinct entity in the software configuration management process. In other words, a unit of software code, a document, or piece of hardware is defined as a software configuration item if it is assumed that it may be needed for further development of the software system and its maintenance activities. The software configuration items are generally placed into four classes, and these are design documents, software code, data files including the files of test cases and test scripts, and software development tools. Here we see some common software configuration items for each of the four categories that I mentioned in the previous slide. We can see that there are several types of configuration items that belong to each of the four mentioned categories. For example, the software configuration items related to design are software design plan, software requirements document, system test plan, and several other configuration items are here, as you can see. Similarly, the configuration items for code include source code, object code, etc. Likewise, the data files, they have configuration items such as test cases and test scripts and parameters, etc. Whereas software development tools, the configuration items related to these are compilers, debuggers, application generators, and various case tools. Then we have another important concept which is called software configuration item version. The software configuration item version is the approved state of a software configuration item at any given point of time during the development or maintenance process, and each version of a software configuration item has a unique version number that signifies how many times this specific configuration item has undergone changes. For example, in this figure, as you can see, two software configuration versions of the Pepper Mountain travel software package, and the version of the software configuration items included in each configuration. We can see that the Pepper Mountain travel package version 6 and version 7 were released in year 2002 and year 2003 respectively. So the critical design document, that is actually indicated as CDD here in the column SCI version. In version 6.0, this CDD has version number 3, whereas for version 7.0, which was actually released in year 2003, it has version number 4. Similarly, there are different version numbers of the same configuration items in the two years, which means that the particular configuration item has undergone changes during this time and has evolved to the newer current version. So that's all for our discussion on the introductory concepts related to software configuration management. In the next video of this lecture, we will discuss software change control. Please watch that video. The materials in this video are based on our course book titled Software Quality Assurance from Theory to Implementation by Daniel Gallin. For more details on software configuration management, configuration items, and configuration item version, you can consult the book. Thank you.